let me address this for a minute because this topic has really been on my mind from the book. And here's what I would think. And I don't know. It sounds like you've probably taken the money course, but I don't know if you have. But one of the really big things in the money course, and it's a subtle difference. Like, I totally get everything that you're doing, and I support that. But I would say, if you look at this from the levels of offering, that if anyone's new, I'll mention them briefly again. There's level 1 offering let's apply this to money. Level 1 offering is like, hey, I hella want to be rich. Bring it on. That's level 1 offering. Bring me the vision board. Let me put a lot of pictures on of me with a lot of money. Bring it on. I want it. I'm going to be frustrated as hell if you don't bring it. That's level 1. Level 2 offering is a little bit what the letter is, which is really common. This isn't a criticism. Level 2 offering is like, I want to be wealthy. I want that. And I'm offering this all to you, Divine, so I can serve you. I can be a better service, blah, blah, blah. But I want it. I'm frustrated you're not bringing it. Trying to do it with teaching, trying to do it with my poetry book. You're still not bringing it. What's up? Now, level 3 offering, and I'm really suspecting that this could be the issue because you sound like a really old soul to me from this letter. You just do. And this is how my own life really worked with money till I dealt with level 3. Level 3 offering is that it's no longer your money at all. It's no longer your abundance. It's no longer anything. You're basically saying, dear God, I want to feel safe and secure inside and trust in your holy abundance. Not bring me this much so I can feel safer. It really becomes, I want to learn to trust your abundance. In fact, what it became for me was I desperately want to learn to trust your abundance. Not mine, not my game plan, not this book or that book or, who gets on, the next Oprah. Like, none of that. I was like, kill that. That is all the decisions of the ego. I wanted to feel safe no matter what was in the bank account. I wanted to trust in that divine largesse. That's level 3. There's no longer agendas. Now, I'm not, again, if any of you are at any place in this scale, I'm not critiquing you. That's all. They're just different levels of the scale. But at level 3, and this happens for a lot of you that are really old souls that want to learn surrender, something happens specifically on the level of money where it becomes, it is your money, God. Open me, wildly open me. Just like you said, let a miracle come. But it's not calling in the miracle saying, here's all the different ways I need you to do it, which I understand because I was that way at some point, probably my God, probably until 10 years ago. That was it. It was like, why isn't this coming this way? And how come, what isn't this? And what about that poetry book? I get all of that. But when you go into level 3, I reached a point with the books. I was like, take them all and burn them to the ground if that's what you want. I don't care. I don't care. I want to feel safe and secure in divine largesse, knowing that God is the source for all and that everything will come in the appointed time and way as needed. The more I let the divine take the lead in a true way, not just as like in service to what I'm needing. Now, I'm not dismissing. Look, when you get down and it's really tight, I'm not dismissing that doesn't get scary. I'm just saying sometimes that happens to really take an old soul out of the my and into the your money, your largesse, your divine source. And then you can even say, make me a vehicle for your abundance. Now that's different. I get what you're saying about like you give to charity, and that's beautiful, and that's an important step. But it's different. At level 2, everything is a strategy. I'm giving to charity so that I hope I receive more myself. I'm doing this so that I can become rich. At level 3, man, that whole thing has collapsed. It basically becomes, let me be a vehicle for your abundance. Use me and let me trust that every step of the way, every need. And then here's another piece of it. If you need it, and this may also be a part of this, the parts about allow me to feel worthy to receive, for many people are critical because they're doing the whole other piece, but they don't feel worthy. They've been so beaten down for so long, living on the edge, trying, telling God they want to be rich. Other than that, it's not working. This isn't about asking God to be rich. You offer that longing over because underneath the longing to be rich is the longing to feel safe that every human has. So, I would say I would trial that and also add in, let a miracle happen of worthiness. And see, when you're talking about wealth, and I have a lot of this in the course and also in the book that's coming out. What I really found for so many people is wealth is that knowledge that you will always have enough. Wealth, as crazy as it sounds, isn't the millions in the bank, isn't the, it's like when I gave the readings, there were so many people that had more money than they knew what to do with who were not wealthy because every minute they were scared of losing it. Every minute. That's not wealth. I met people who had $500 in the bank that were wealthy because they lived from that place of knowing that all would be provided, and I would just watch these miracles constantly come. But I think the miracles are really tied to the sense of worthiness, that when you start to say, I am ready, fill me with your divine worthiness. Let me know I can be a vehicle for abundance for you. Take me over and let this happen. If anything is in the way, release it. But the fundamental holding point will usually be that sense of like me, the small me. I want to be wealthy. I want these things to work. Not blaming you for it. I'm just saying if you're an old soul, it may not work because it's a small self-identity. It's so funny. I had so many people over the years that would go and take these abundance workshops that were, all about like, become, make $60,000 in the next month. And it would never work for them. Like it would work for other people, it would never work for them. And then they'd end up with me and I'd be like, you're an ancient soul. Your chart, your chart's not here to learn that. It's here to learn how to let God take over entirely and know that you are deserving of divine largesse. And then God knows the amounts that need to come. So I hope that helps. I'm very happy that you sent that in because, oh my God, it's every way that we're taught to think. So there's no bad in it. It's just quite different as an old soul. And since I feel like you're really at that turning point, like it's beautiful. You're at that place where you're saying, what's left for me to do other than calling a miracle? I would say what's left to do is that movement into your money, God, your plan for me, your let this great I take over. And if you say to that great I, whatever it takes, let me feel worthy of knowing that I deserve to receive. You don't get to say what. You don't get to say I deserve to receive, $1 million. I mean, you could say that, but that's not how the prayer works. You're saying, I deserve to receive your bounty, however you choose, whatever is needed this life that I can be abundance. It's very different than asking to be rich. There are people that can be abundance that the world would never call rich, and they are richer than many people who are. So, all right, I hope that helps. And if not, send more of it in, because I'm really happy to work with you with this. I think it's really important.